Well, hello there, and happy Thanksgiving to all. This is the Good Old Days of Radio show. This is John Tefteller. It is Thanksgiving Day when we're releasing this one, and how appropriate for this, a family show for the family. This is really neat. You should gather all your little ones around the computer or however you listen to the show. But people of any age will like this. If you like or have any interest in Walt Disney or his characters, this is the podcast for you for today. I don't believe, and I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe that this has ever been released anywhere up to today, that this is the very first time that people have had a chance to hear this since 1938, when it was originally broadcast over NBC Radio. What you're about to hear is a tribute to Walt Disney on the 10th anniversary of the creation of Mickey Mouse. September 27th, 1938, NBC Radio. It has Felix Mills and his orchestra, who did a lot of the scores for Disney films at the time. And you're going to hear a number of very famous, well-known Disney songs from that period. It runs up to right about Snow White, and then there's a little discussion at the end about Pinocchio coming up as Disney's next project, followed by Bambi. So they were planning ahead, and they talk about it a little bit at the end. Walt Disney himself appears at the end of this. It's a truly historic broadcast, and I'm really happy to be able to present it here on the Good Old Days of Radio show. The recording for this was found in a storage locker in Long Island, New York, along with a mountain of other things. And I don't believe, as I say, it's been released anywhere previous to this. So, here we go. September 27th, 1938. For all the children of the world and all you children at heart, here is the tribute to Walt Disney on the 10th anniversary of Mickey Mouse.
The National Broadcasting Company presents, on the 10th birthday of Mickey Mouse, a tribute to his creator, Walt Disney. 10 years ago tonight, in a little garage here in Hollywood, a mouse was born. A mouse named Mickey, who, in the short span of his life, has achieved fame rarely, if ever, accorded human beings. Mickey and the whole gang are here in the studio now, and so the National Broadcasting Company is happy to congratulate them and present this program as a tribute to their father, Walt Disney. And now may I introduce Mr. Gain Whitman, the narrator in a number of Walt Disney's pictures. He will sketch for you a few of the high spots in Mickey's 10-year career. Mr. Whitman.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This week, from all over the world, Mickey has been deluged by letters, telegrams, and presents. From congratulations sent by friends abroad to a 6-pound cheesecake from an Eastern admirer. From all races, creeds, colors, and ages, paying homage to an imaginary mouse. It sounds silly, impossible, fantastic. But 10 years ago, there were no letters, no telegrams, no presents. Nothing but headaches, sleepless nights, hard work. For Walt Disney was laboring like the proverbial mountain to bring forth a mouse. The life history of that mouse is really the history of the modern animated cartoon. So let's go back through that 10 years and recall some of the big moments of Mickey's career, while Felix Mills and his orchestra refresh our memories on some of the music. All right, here we go. A fanfare, Felix, and make it worthy of the occasion. The Cavalcade of Mickey Mouse. That was big enough for any occasion. Mickey Mouse was born 10 years ago in very modest circumstances indeed. As a matter of fact, the actual place of his birth was a garage on a Hollywood side street. To be sure, there had been cartoons in motion pictures before Mickey first saw the light of day. But Mickey was the first cartoon character to speak. When Disney announced his intention of making a cartoon in the newly perfected sound, Hollywood pronounced him crazy. But it was characteristic then, as today, that he went ahead with his plans despite all opposition. At last, the picture was finished. The orchestra was thin and skimpy. The animation was crude. The sound effects were terrible. And the recording was even worse. But here it was, Steamboat Willie, the first Mickey Mouse cartoon and the first sound cartoon. Despite its faults, the picture was an instant sensation. The public clamored for more Mickey Mouse, and more and more. Disney had to hire a staff of artists to supply the demand. A year later, in 1929, Disney took another pioneering step. He made his first cartoon without a central character, the first to depend entirely on music and movement. Remember it? Walt Disney's first silly symphony, the Skeleton Dance, with the skull and crossed bones emerging from their tombs and going through weird and comic antics in the old churchyard at midnight. The picture was sensational, and even though it is now 9 years old, it is still being shown in theaters throughout the world. It is played in more theaters, more times, than any cartoon ever made. A little later, Walt gave the motion picture industry another shock. Technicolor had perfected a new color process, so Walt decided to make all his silly symphonies in color. Pessimists shook their heads. Now they knew he was crazy. That is, they knew it until they saw Flowers and Trees, his first color cartoon. Then they knew he wasn't. It was an amazing success. Artists and critics the world over raved about it. In London, it played for 6 continuous months, and for the first time, the animated cartoon was hailed as a medium of art. Soon, Disney was receiving the first of the unending series of honors, medals, cups, and awards that the world has bestowed on him. In 1933 came still greater success. That year marked the low point of the Depression. Banks were closing their doors. The army of the unemployed steadily growing. And then, just when things were blackest, along came a song. It wasn't a great song. It wasn't a soul-stirring melody. It was just a simple, catchy little tune that made you laugh at your troubles. It was Walt Disney's first musical hit. And almost immediately, the whole world was singing it and laughing at the Depression. The Three Little Pigs was followed by success after success. Remember some of these?
You're nothing but a nothing. You're nothing but a nothing, a nothing, a nothing. You're nothing but a nothing. You're not a thing at all. To be a bat's a bum thing, a silly and a dumb thing. At least a bat is something. You're not a thing at all.
Off in a wooden shoe, stood on a river of crystal light, into a sea of dew.
Yes, the world applauds Walt Disney. But let us be just. If we praise him for his genius, let us blame him for his evil doings. History will record one black and heinous crime against him. It was committed in 1934, when deliberately and with malice aforethought, he created public animal number one, that malignant, monstrous, feathered fury.
Thank you very, very much. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking.
Donald, quiet.
What's the matter?
Quiet, scram.
Oh, yeah? Listen to me, you
Donald.
What?
What I was going to talk about was you.
Me?
Yes, you. I was just about to tell the folks what a magnificent duck you are.
Oh, well, excellent. Go ahead.
Donald Duck was first introduced not in a picture, but on a radio program over NBC. Walt wanted a new character for the program, so he sent Mickey across the railroad tracks to see what he could find. And Mickey came back with the toughest, freshest, cockiest, most pugnacious duck that ever lived.
Well, go on. Tell him some more about me.
Well, as I say, Walt tried out this duck to see how the public would react. And did it react? Donald absolutely stole the show.
Absolutely? Try to tell that.
Listen, Donald, since you're here, maybe you'd like to tell your palpitating audience, will you tell us just what piece of immortal poetry you recited on that memorable occasion?
Well, shut up,
Come on, Donald, don't be bashful. 1934. There you stand, the roughest, toughest He-Man duck in history. And what did you recite?
Don't shut yourself.
Folks, believe it or not, this big, bad, hard-boiled duck recited, Mary had a little lamb. Perhaps while Donald is cooling off a bit, we can take the opportunity of presenting Disney's second feathered find of 1934. That exquisite voice of gold in Gale. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Madam Clara Cluck. Tonight, Madame Cluck will sing that exquisite and most difficult gem of coloratura repertoire, the Bell Song from Locksley. In 1935 came the first Mickey Mouse cartoon in color, The Band Concert. In 1936, The Country Cousin. And in 1937, a picture which critics still call the most perfect artistic gem ever put on the screen, The Old Mill. But 1937 was notable for still another reason.
Donald Duck.
Well, not entirely. But that was the year Donald Duck was given his first starring role in the picture, Don Donald. Donald,
Yes, sweetheart.
what do you consider the high spot of your career?
Well, let me see. There have been so many high spots.
Yes, of course. But isn't there one that stands out in your memory?
Oh, yes. Oh, boy.
And what was it?
My duet with Beatrice Hagen.
Your duet with Beatrice Hagen? But why, Donald?
Just you wait. Oh, boy.
Okay. Presenting then what Donald Duck calls the high spot of his entire career. His duet with the lovely young soprano, Beatrice Hagen.
Hello, Mr. Whitman. Hello, Donald.
Hello, Beatrice. Oh, you still as beautiful as ever.
Thank you, Donald, and it's very nice to see you again.
Oh, tell me more.
Don't you want to sing now?
Oh, yes. I know, son. And look at beautiful.
Bring to me only with thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine. Or leave a kiss within the cup, and I'll not ask for wine. The first that from the soul doth rise, doth ask a drink divine. But might I of Jove's nectar sip, I would not ask for thine.
No, Donald, no encores.
But I want my band to play.
No, Donald, your band can't play now either.
Oh, Yes.
But I'll tell you what you can do. It's Felix Mills' turn to play, and you can choose the tune.
Sure. It's a beauty Cluck.
Don't you want to choose it?
Okay. Chopsticks.
Chopsticks it is, presenting Felix Mills and his orchestra in his own arrangement of Chopsticks. Donald, what's the matter now?
I want my band to play.
Oh, you want your band to play. Do you think your junk band is better than Felix Mills?
It's beautiful.
Well, okay, we may as well get it over with. And ladies and gentlemen, when I call Donald Duck's Webfoot Sextet a junk band, I mean exactly that. It contains not one legitimate musical instrument. Everything in it is homemade. Bottles, pans, gas pipes, bellows, hacksaw blades, auto horns, brake drums, syrup jugs. In other words, junk.
It's magnificent.
That's right, magnificent junk. So now Donald will lead his aggregation of ducks, the Webfoot Sextet, in his greatest musical triumph, that sprightly, graceful dance of long ago, the Pizzicato Polka.
The Pizzicato Polka. One for the money, two for the show, three to make ready, and four to go.
And now we come to 1938 and Walt Disney's greatest triumph, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Released to the world, Snow White was, as everyone knows, an overnight sensation. Because of it, states and cities repealed their laws forbidding Sunday movies. Canada repealed a statute which prohibited children from attending picture shows without their parents. Communities large and small declared school holidays while Snow White was playing. It has now been translated into 10 languages, an all-time record. And soon every nation in the world will be singing the tunes that swept this country early in 1938.
Someday my prince will come. Someday I'll find my love and away to his castle we'll go to be happy forever. I know. Someday when spring is here, we'll find our love anew, and the birds will sing, wedding bells will ring. Someday when my prince will come.
But today, Snow White's success is long a thing of the past, and Walt Disney has plunged into his plans for the future. Pinocchio, his second feature, to be ready sometime next year. Bambi, another feature, the life story of a deer in the forest. And a full-length symphony concert in which Disney joins forces with Leopold Stokowski and Deems Taylor to make the world's great music more vivid and understandable. So many big projects are in view that in January, the studio will move from its present quarters to a new $2 million plant. There, Walt Disney hopes to create even more wonderful things than those he has given to the world since that day 10 years ago when a little mouse was born in Hollywood. And now we present the man and the mouse, Walt Disney and his little 10-year-old Mickey.
Hello, folks.
Good evening, everyone.
We are very happy to have you and Mickey with us this evening, Mr. Disney. We want to do something to commemorate this eventful day, so we've decided to present you with another plaque to add to your collection. If you don't mind a little formality, I'll just read what's engraved here on the plaque. On this, the 10th birthday of Mickey Mouse, the National Broadcasting Company, Incorporated, salutes his creator, Walt Disney. This decade has seen the rise of two entertainment mediums, animated sound pictures and radio broadcasting. Separately and collectively, they serve the people of the world with more constructive enjoyment than history has ever known.
Mickey and I are very much honored and very happy to accept this plaque. We want to thank NBC for putting on this program in Mickey's honor, don't we, Mickey?
Yeah, it's sure been swell. And I'd like to tell everybody that...
Sorry, Donald. This is Mickey's birthday, not yours. Well, thanks again, and good night, everybody.
The music on this program was arranged and directed by Felix Mills, with Beatrice Hagen as vocalist. Gain Whitman speaking.
This program, marking the 10th birthday of Mickey Mouse, has come to you from Hollywood.
Okay, that's a great historic broadcast. So glad to be able to present it here on the Good Old Days of Radio show. Very apparently for the very first time ever anywhere since 1938. So I think it's pretty much an exclusive for this program, and that's great. And I'm grateful and glad to be able to get it out there so that people can hear it. So happy Thanksgiving to all. Do not eat too much turkey, or if you do, fall asleep listening to the Good Old Days of Radio show. That's a good idea. Fall asleep listening to the Good Old Days of Radio show. And then when you wake up, listen to it again. That way we'll get 2 hits on it from you. All right. Until then, we'll see you next week. And I think next week we begin, let's see, do we? Yeah, next week we begin our December Christmas shows. So we have a whole bunch of neat shows for you for the Christmas season, and that seems to be the most popular time of year with the most listeners to this podcast. So we are looking forward to another record year of record listeners to this show. All right, this is John Tefteller saying Happy Thanksgiving and see you in Christmas time.